Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Sorry for the late video. I told you it'd be Monday, but a girl is a little running late at times. Or I should say, this girl is running late at certain times. So, an update for you is simple. First of all, yesterday morning, I got out of bed. Didn't want to get out of bed, but I got out of bed on time. I took a shower, got cleaned up. I did my laundry early in the morning. And then I hung everything up. I got dressed. Instead of wearing this, I wore my black uh, dress to what do you call it? To town, to my therapist appointment. So, the plan was, Aaron was going to go to the therapist appointment with me, but soon as we were ready, we were going to be breaking up. Well, we got up there and go our separate ways temporarily. Well, we got up there. He's like, well, there's no one in my office, but you still got 15, 20 minutes. Well, by his clock, it's 25. So we left and went over to the smoke shop. I go in there and I end up buying 3 tasty cigars. I tried one last night. I was like, woo, doggy, this is pretty good. Anyway, so I decided, while he's in his appointment, he goes and gets me this really interesting menu. Hold on a sec. Which, by the way, I need my briefcase out anyways. This is my briefcase I bought, $5, brand new, from Habitat for Humanity. And it was bought in 2007, so it's got the combination locks. It's a little dirty, but I bought it brand new. The lady at the time didn't know what it was going for, so check that out, $5. So, anyways, I use it for storage of food menus, etc. As you know, the Jimmy John's catering menu, but while I have it out, I better put in the Pizza Hut menu. I was kind of disappointed at Pizza Hut's pricing, but let me tell you, Aaron and I were talking. I take this everywhere when I travel, by the way. It makes me sound sophisticated. Anyways, Aaron picked up something called Lamolo's Cafe and Deli, and they have some very interesting sandwiches, and their prices might be a little high, but I bet you I can have them modify a sandwich to be what I want it to be, which shouldn't be too much. So me and Aaron's going to be trying this little place out. They open at 11, so when I get done with my appointment next month, we will be going to Limolo's for lunch. Also, he will on his next run, because I got it set for 10:15 for my next appointment with my therapist, to go ahead and get a menu for the Mongolian grill. So, I'm kind of short with words. But anyways, so here's the deal. That is where we stand now. We went into the smoke shop. I talked to the guy about some pipe tobaccos. He's like, give me some time. I'll see what I can dig up. He's in a little jam himself. So apparently his sales reps closed or whatever. So he was, around. So, and just so you know, I was checking my phone because there's a guy who just messaged me. I don't know him, so I'm like, what the hell? So, on Facebook. But the funny thing about Facebook and other things, especially this phone in general, is that this phone is having problems. It keeps restarting. And the second problem with it is, if it isn't restarting, it went into airplane mode today. And I was like, what the fudge? Then I had to recalibrate it because it turned off my assist, where it tells me if it senses when I'm in a bus, when I'm moving, on the road, and etc. So I was like, what the hell, So But anyway, so we get done with our appointments yesterday, and our adventure, because it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's just like talk to the therapist. Then we ate our lunch in Jimmy John's. I actually asked the guy where the bathroom is, and he says, "Oh, right there in the back and to the right." Well, one guy was like, "Aren't you meaning all the way back to the left?" And he's like, "No, all the way to the back and to the right." And the guy was getting ready to say something, and there's a police officer who's getting ready to say something. But they're single stalls, so it doesn't matter, you know. It's just like, go ahead, you know. I was laughing at Aaron today, and then I did it. So, and I call it like bigotry, but it wasn't really a bigot. I was just making fun of him. But I'll get to that. So finally, we got our sandwiches home, and I'm going to share a sandwich with Aaron tonight because we're having soup and sandwich. Then we're going out on our porch to have a cigar. He's actually having dinner with me, so he's going to clean the table. I'm going to prepare the dinner as a good little woman should be, which makes me happy, you know, because I said, hey, I'll give you a whole sandwich. I got a whole sandwich. It's the number, I think I have it in here. Let me share it with you. Sandwiches I get at Jimmy John's after trying every one of them after so many times is the 17. It's got applewood smoked ham, applewood smoked bacon, I believe. Lettuce, tomato, mayo. I take out the lettuce, tomato, and I tell them to slide in an extra stack of bacon. They're only allowed one extra stack, apparently. So the bacon is going to be, you know, it's very good. The first one I ate was kind of like a salt bomb, but when Aaron took a bite of it last night, he's like, oh, it's not bad. So, yes. So anyways, so from the smoke shop, he walked down to another smoke shop. Apparently there was nothing good in stock. We skipped the other one that was next to Jimmy John's. Their guys' prices are just a little out to hand. So anyways, when I was at my therapist appointment, I asked my psychiatrist to actually send a message to the doctor doing the surgery. And she's like, I think we need a release of info. But I asked my therapist, being a sweetheart, you know, he's a downright decent human being. I mean, he's more than decent. He's an awesome human being, in my opinion. And I said, you know, I got 4 questions. I wanted to know if the doctor would specifically answer these before I go to the trip. He goes and sends it out. Click, 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 click. I said, usually he gets back in 2 to 3 weeks, unless, you know, it's something, you know. And I've asked him multiple times these questions, which Aaron doesn't want me traveling unless we get these 4 questions answered. He goes ahead, and instead I asked him about surgery, and he answers in the order received. He said, contact my office for number 3. Contact my office for number 2. So then I told Aaron, here's the deal. I got to go into town on an adventure next week because you got to go to your doctor's appointment yet, little man. And I always make a joke. And he's like, I'm not the little man, I'm the big man. The little man's the little Moppy. And Moppy's like, you know, his little service dog. So, anyways, me and Aaron, we, you know, I think thinking about the problems that me and Aaron's had, I think truthfully that we had to separate because of 10 years being together 18 hours, 16 hours, 14 hours a day was just too much for us. I mean, I did my dusting today. I did everything today. I got the bathroom to clean tomorrow. So when I message Aaron, I'm going to message him after I'm done with, please bring the toilet bowl cleaner. I want to clean. However, if the toilet doesn't get that clean, I'm going to have to go to the dollar store to get some more stuff. I just didn't want to go to the dollar store today because, see, there it goes again. The Motorola. This is the 2nd time it's restarted, or 3rd time today. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's rebooting right now. Can you believe that? I wonder if there's a software update. It keeps updating itself, and then I don't know. So, you know, I bought the phone specifically for email on the go because I'm one of those that I have to have my email when I'm out and about. but I do know I can do, and I ain't opening that for a second. I think, here it is. My email can be got on my iPad, which every year I get an iPad, so I got a lot of stack of them. I should just give Aaron one. Anyways, I wanted it to take. I'm thinking of taking just the iPad with me to answer emails in my trip. However, I might take my laptop because I can use it. And Aaron's like, I'll set it up. So we don't know about that part at the time. So what else can I say? What else can I say? So, anyways, we got home from our trip. Bus driver was kind of mean. He's like, "What's your disability? What's your disability?" Well, anyways, so he's asking questions because of Moppy. So finally, on our way back, we get there first. He's went to the bathroom, comes out and goes, "Miss, I checked the box. I saw you put in all $3 because they want us to put it all in at once." I'm like, "Yes." I said, "I have a question for you." And then he's trying to apologize because his boss, or he's got another rider that's following the patterns to drive the truck or the bus, so he's got to be suave about it. So he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah." I said, "Hey, I have a question." He's like, "Brink." I'm like, "Up here." Men in their one-tracked mind. I mean, hell, Aaron's like the other day, "You're anywhere, so look at that pair of boobs. At least you can't get a disease sucking on them." I mean, a girl doesn't need to hear that. Hell, I make a joke once in a while. I'm like, "Did you see the cute girl in the car?" But I don't sit there and say, "Oh, yeah, that's so hot." Instead, he's like, "I like small boobs." I mean, come on, a woman doesn't need to hear that, you know. But anyways, back to the story. On the way back, I said, "Do we get our own seats? Or can we change?" He's like, "You can sit together." Aaron says, "Can I sit all in the back because it's easier for Moppy?" Sure. So we got the single seats. I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to catch up on my book. I read my Bible, last night. I put in 7 chapters, so I was good. Today I will read some. Psalms will be done soon. Then it goes over to Proverbs. I try to do 5 chapters a night, unless I'm tired, as you all know. And then I read my other Bible after dinner, which is just the regular scriptures that I read. So on that, thing. So anyways, apparently I've got a request for the weather and something else on my phone right now. It keeps asking me crap. But anyways, let's get down to business. So, usually every time I update the damn thing, it tells me less memory. Even after I got a bigger memory card. So anyways, yeah, right there. This device does not have enough space. Problem with this phone is that's the other problem I want to complain about. You see, if you go into if you go into app storage, you got to free all your free memory just to load the damn thing. I mean, right now it's telling me I used 100 megabits by 150 megabits just for certain programs like Facebook Messenger, which I only activate Facebook Messenger when I am at home. Otherwise, it's telling me insignificant storage. What? It's downloading more updates at, etc. I mean, Facebook Messenger is like one of the biggest apps of draining of space. And then you got to go and clear it all out. Like this one says 150 megs used. Just, for your program, And then I have to remove everything just to update it, So, and then it takes like 60 megs just for frickin', for the Chrome browser. It's like, I know what needs to be done, so the problem is I'm clearing the memory every stinking time, And then if I don't update it, it's like, programs are updated, blah, blah, blah. So I don't even bother with it. But anyways, back to my story is we got home and I did my cleaning. I didn't get much game time in yesterday. I did what I could. And then afterwards, I went home and I waited till dinner. Me and Aaron had dinner. After dinner, we went to the park and had a cigar. And while we were talking about our cigars, I had a really nice one I picked up. It was called a Nub Espresso. It was a really good cigar until the end, and then it was like very strong, and burned hot, but it lasted me a good hour and 45 minutes. And by the way, for some of you out there wondering, like Aunt Aya, who's like, because Aunt Aya is a sweetheart, and I'm not trying to make fun of her, she's going to sit there and say, what the hell is the size of a nub? This is a Reckoning by the same company that makes Nub, Oliva. It's 4 inches by 60-inch ring gauge, so it's pretty big, as you can see. And this is the preferred size. I do it, and it smokes like a Churchill. It's fully packed tight, so you can smoke them pretty good. And, because people ask me, what the hell is a nub? When they think a nub, they think they're smoking like the last half inch of a cigar. It's like, why waste the money for it? But I prefer the nubs, and that's my size. And people say, oh, it's too girly, but the nub is the sweet spot for every cigar I've smoked. And I have smoked probably close to 600 cigars in my life, so I know what I'm talking about. I may not be an expert or a connoisseur of cigars, but I can pick up all the flavors for it. So, anyways, back to my thing. So, anyways, after that, Aaron and I decided to go our separate ways until we walked the dogs, and then the dogs got walked. Once they got walked, we went our separate ways. I went home, put in a movie, and then Aaron says, yeah, well, I'm going to be up early because I got to go to the vet because Moppy needed his nails trimmed, and the vet is the only one that can do the trimming of the nails in this quick cut, on his paws, or not cut, but shave his paws because he's always eating his paws because there's hair that's bothering him, and Aaron can't do it. He can do everything else a Moppy. So finally, Aaron gets done, and end of the morning, let's just say I got up, I had my coffee, and I'm sitting here, and alarm goes off at 6. Because I had like 2.5 hours to get ready, so I was like, dozed off till 7. Got up, took a shower, just hopped into the shower, coffee was brewing. Got out of the shower, had coffee. Coffee is, again, if you haven't tried it, let me recommend you to the Starbucks Anniversary Blend. Today I was at the Starbucks. Let me tell you a story about that. But anyways, this morning we got done and we decided we were going to the grocery store. So we go by the grocery stores from the vet, and I kept seeing a Subway sign for Sunrays melts. I look it up, but Subway's now doing the Korean barbecue pulled pork, and Aaron's like, I could go for one of those. If it's not a Filipino pulled pork, I'm not interested. So he made a joke about that too, But anyways, we got up to the grocery store. I was looking for ramen noodles, so I got to go back again. But what I was looking for is my usual noodles. They didn't have it. So what did I look at? I'm sitting here, just like the guy in Dragon Age. For some of you wondering what Dragon Age is, it's a PS3 game with 7+ expansions on it. Great game, by the way. There's a dwarf head. If you don't choose him, you remove him from your party when you're choosing party. He goes, rum, 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 thunder humper. Well, with me, this morning, I went in there, and that's how I felt. And I said it under my breath, and Aaron chuckled. You're becoming a dwarf? No. But they don't have my noodles, the ramens I want. So instead, we didn't even check for milk prices or that. We went down aisle. Aaron wanted think he wanted like 3 boxes of. No, that was later today. I can't. Oh, dish soap. So we went in and we bought the dish soap. We walk out. Then he's like, I'm hungry. I said, so am I a bit. So we walk in there. We do not eat it that often. This is twice in this year we've done it. In the last 4 years, we haven't touched it. Or I haven't. Aaron's had it probably twice. But anyways, we go over to McDonald's. He wants 2 sausage biscuits and 2 sausage McMuffins with cheese. I do the same. We get the same price. I get the 2 biscuits in me, and I'm like, I think I grabbed too much. Well, anyways, then we go back home, and I get all my cleaning and dusting done after we walk the dog. Went by the post office, found nothing. Aaron was talking about some guy, we went by the park to have our breakfast. And, went by the post office, got the dog, walked the dog, then I went and cleaned. Got all my cleaning done, dusting, the office cleaned, and I just got to clean, lightly tidy the kitchen, bathrooms tomorrow. And so what's happened is, on that aspect, I got everything done. So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh yeah, I can rest for a while. Yesterday I was feeling the same because I was in heels. And Aaron's like, what's it feel like pulling pantyhose off, our tights after a good day? Well, the white tights feels like it's my own skin. The black tights just, I don't know. I wore black yesterday because I didn't want to wear a dress that bleeds. I have a dress that bleeds, when you wash it, so. And if you sweat, it stains the tights. So I figured black would work, but I chose this one dress. Next time I go in, I'll choose the other dress. However, the problem is I went to Walmart today. I'll give you that. Aaron messages me and says, I've checked the scheduling out. We got to go this time if we want to go and get my glasses. Well, my opinion is, dude, you haven't had new glasses in 16 years. Let's get it done. Can we just get it done? Yes, miss. So we finally walked down, and Aaron's neighbor downstairs, who's a real jackwagon, a real jack-off, a real hill jack, a real douchebag, basically was waiting for the bus because his caretaker was getting on it. So we all pile on the bus. He goes home. We're riding all the way, and we're like, you're running like, oh, don't worry about it. We get into Walmart, and Aaron goes into the glasses. We get the glasses. We walk over to the clothing. No long skirts, no dresses, tights or shorts. Short supply. I'm like, yeah. And then the lady's like, well, most women don't wear pantyhose much. And I'm like, I heard a joke once that most transsexuals wear them more now. Must be a fetish or something. But anyways, I was like, never mind. So I walked over to to look up one other thing there, and they didn't have my sausages. And Aaron says, we'll come back for sausages. Probably next week when we gotta get our meds. So we walked out of there, and Aaron's like, let's go by the dollar store. And I didn't have my dollar store list around because I forgot it. So I'm like, I don't need anything I can think of. Walked down the hill, and this guy was trying to get us some free corn. And Aaron's like, maybe we'll be back, but we got to catch a bus. And he's like, oh, just come back. It won't take long. And he's like, what's with your missus? And Aaron's like, they're not my missus, and they're transgendered, so, they don't want to be discriminated. So, we kept moving on, and finally, we decided we got in a Safeway. Aaron's like, I need 3 boxes of rice. Well, Aaron makes jokes from time to time. He's like, talk to the doctor. So I don't know what's going on. Rita's thinner and losing the weight, not eating as much, and I'm gaining it. Well, he has a problem with soda at times, so he was sitting there and he's like, oh, yeah, I need a soda. Well, I went and I got a soda for myself, but he wanted a cold drink to go back with us on the bus. So this is what happened. So I go in the Safeway, and I go directly to the pharmacy. And I'm like, yes, I need to get my medicine. Oh, yeah, you're here about the estrogen. And I get a little vial of estrogen like this. And it lasts me a couple months. Anyways, lady's like, you haven't needed your needles yet. Well, I have the refills of needles for plenty more refills, but I've used needles sparingly. And then we accumulate them, and then we take them up to the hospital to dispose, and they're biohazard, and they usually allow it. So we're like, okay. So we were getting ready to leave, and I'm like, look, Aaron. He's like, can't afford it. You can have it next year. Because porterhouses and T-bones were on sale. And rib steak. So then I'm walking along, and I'm like, look, Aaron. No, that's too expensive. I wouldn't buy that for a little rib roast. No, this is lamb. It's a leg of lamb, or lamb roast. I said, I can turn it into a nice stew. What a waste. Let's have a leg of lamb with a little mint jelly. Well, anyways, so we finally got his rice. He wanted pasta. I think he wants to put some of it in the soup, which I got pasta ready to go. And then we decided, I told Aaron, well, I got everything I needed. And he goes in, and I said, I need 1 2-liter. So he has some of my money, so he went and purchased it. Well, while he was at it, he decided to get 2 colas for himself and a ginger ale. I was like, yes, dear. Like, I disappeared, and Aaron saw me, and he's like, oh, I need a 2-liter. I think I'll take 1 of these. And I'm like, can I have one? Because, and he's like, I'm like, I'm buying it. I'll carry my own bag. Anyway, so where he's complaining a bit and grumping. And he looks like the old man with his new glasses. I was like, but anyways. But it looks good, And so he gets out of line, and he's like, so anyways, you should do this. Well, I just took like a 24-ounce mocha, and I keep mine at 105, so it was 105. Next thing you know, he's like, where's your drink? Oh, don't worry. Well, I'm sitting down, and Aaron gave me some jalapeno cheese bread that he bought. Pretty good stuff. It's like a focaccia or something. Anyways, so I go into the Pizza Hut, and I'm like, yes, I have 2 requests. I'd like a soda. Well, Aaron wanted a 1-liter of Coke, and he got it at Safeway, but he paid $1.99 plus tax. I'm like, hey, you could have got a 79-cent 2-liter. No, don't start with me. I know our mistake. I could have got 2 of them for that price. Well, actually, you could. And anyways, then he's like, how much are they charging? $1.50, $1.40 for this? $2 plus tax. I said, we won't go there. I've already said something about your mistake. And then I wanted something cold since I didn't have, I chugged my coffee. So while I'm getting it, I decided, I'll pay in a second, ma'am. So I go and use the bathroom. I come back, I'm like, here you go. She's like, oh, no problem. And I said, you probably thought I was going to turn it away, but no, I need something cold, plus the fact I wanted to use the bathroom. And they have like a male-female joint bathroom with a single stall for a wheelchair. So it's either or, a community joint bathroom thing, So it locks. So finally, we get done with our business at Safeway. And the lady's like, yeah, anyways, your meds will be in on the 16th with a refill. Fine. No worries. All of a sudden, we walk outside. We got on the bus after paying for our supplies. And Aaron says we're going back to Walmart next week when our meds are due in soon because we have to get a few things. So I said, okay, no problem, So next week, we're either going to be seeing my uncle or my adopted grandma, or both. We'll let you know how the adventure goes. So now I'm at home getting prepared to heat up some soup. And it's probably time because Mr. Aaron's probably going to tell me when he is going to be by. So, there you have it, everyone. You had a good adventure for Monday and Tuesday. Or is today Wednesday? I can't even remember what day it is. Today is Tuesday. So, yes, Monday and Tuesday. My therapist was really cool, by the way. He actually got 2 questions answered. Next week, I'm hoping, it depends, it might be done tomorrow, but next week for sure, we will be talking to the doctor about, or their staff, about 2 questions that will be answered. I hope before we have the full answer, then we are off to preparing for the final step of surgery. Yay! And I will tell you more coming up through the full months before I board an airplane or a train, depending on what Mr. Aaron wants me to do. So, with that said, everyone, I just want to say to my auntie, I didn't make fun of you. I just figured, auntie, that you might, and she's, by the way, the aunt for all of you that got me into that Bible thing. So, anyways, the auntie, I'm not making fun of you. I figured, and I wasn't grumping, because of that. I meant out of funniness, most people think, what the hell is a nub? And I explained it. And I think I explained it all to you well. So, next adventure video will be on 10/13, 2015, yes. And then you might get an update a day or two later when the phone calls are in. And then we are good to go. So, with that said, all is well. My therapist is waiting for an email back, apparently from 2 of the people. The Dr. Ford and Mop, who is his medical assistant, and someone else. So, with that said, now it's just wait and see. And I'm quite content and happy. So, with that said, everyone, I gotta make some soup up and heat it up. So, please, and subscribe if you like. Please leave feedback, comments, or suggestions. Please add us as a friend. Please subscribe to us. And please, may God bless us all, including you and the world. Good night, and I will see you next week for next week's adventure. So stay tuned.